What up? What up? Boom!
What up?
We got we got Choco,
Good.
IGTV.
Hey,
How you doing today?
good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm excellent myself.
Cool.
Life is good. Life is good.
Good. Yes, sir.
You?
Yeah, man. I'm chilling, man.
Let me get back a little bit.
You hear me good? Everything's good?
You're a little bit low. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you good. Yeah, I hear you good.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
man. So how's this Friday night treating you?
Oh, it's pretty good, man. I'm just making some preparations to drop some new material soon, so I'm just trying to stay busy.
For real, for real. Yeah, man. Fucking definitely. I want to make sure this shit's right. This is right because we gotta make this shit epic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We gotta make this shit epic. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, man, I've been checking out your shit. Your shit's dope.
Thank you.
Fucking, so you're at Miami, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like me, I'm up here in Canada.
Nice.
If you were to explain the Miami like rap scene, like the underground scene, like to people, like, cause everybody knows like the big guys from Miami, like Rick Ross and Trick Daddy and all them, but like, how is it the underground scene there?
Oh man, it's a lot of cats out here. From 2000. Nah, I can't even say that early. Even 2000. Now I want to say 2001. There
Yeah,
was a good foundation since 2001 where people were trying to peddle the ideology of lyricism and were into graffiti, into beat making, and just really cool aspect of raw hip hop. And now at this moment in 2021, it's just bigger than ever because all types of from females, uh, to graffiti artists to break dancers are all still here in this era. And somehow, some way, when there's a specific maybe a hip hop event that one of my homies might throw, they all show up, and it's just it feels like hip hop never went anywhere. And in Miami, we made it. It seems a lot, you know.
how many of those elements have you actually tried?
I'm sorry.
How many of those elements in hip hop like have you actually tried? Like me, like I tried breakdancing once,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I realized I was too fat at it. I couldn't do it. I sprayed, but I
Right.
wasn't very good. I didn't do it for long. Um, I rapped. I tried making beats. You know, I done shows. I done a whole bunch of things. How many of these different things have you done?
Oh man. I try to produce for like a day.
Yeah, yeah,
Try to do that.
yeah.
The art, I would draw here and there, but nothing really took place where I developed a passion until I started to participate in making music. And then the words came to me, and I started reading a dictionary like a very young age, like maybe 13 years old. That's how I had like so many ideas for sentences, reading definitions and things of that nature. I I would try to break dance, but it's definitely um it's definitely hard. My cousin did for a little bit, but he actually
My pop lock is way better.
yeah, it yeah, my cousin ended up almost breaking his neck accidentally. And
Yeah,
yeah, that was just like, nah, I'm not gonna try that. But yeah, just the rapping mainly is what one of the elements of hip hop that just
for sure.
this. You're good. But there's so many elements to it. It can be conversating, and I think the podcast is definitely a different element added to the culture of hip hop now because there's like a seance and there's an understanding of knowledge and wisdom there.
For
So
sure. For sure. I think some of the best podcasters were like like the interview rappers or former rappers like me. Like I did shows.
nice.
I put out songs, and then I was developing and doing these interviews. and but like me, like having the knowledge of doing that shit. So when I talk to rappers, I'm like, I kind of like know like kind of like what's going on with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's crazy.
Sure, sure. So yeah, I watched another bit of a recent interview. You were saying you got a new project, what Hollywood Burns? Is that what
Yeah,
it was?
I'm working on a fourth project. It's called Hollywood Burns, and I definitely am working towards finishing that project maybe in the next year or so. Until then, um, I'm just in full promo mode to promote Wolfenstein, and I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve as far as the continuation of Bars for the World. Because I had this series on my IG, and I stopped at number 7, and soon I'm gonna drop number 8, and I'm gonna continue forward promoting my latest 3 projects and simultaneously working on Hollywood Burns. And also, I am going to be dropping a new single sometime next month entitled Americano Rebel. So there's a lot of things in the air right now. Really excited just to get it out as soon as possible, just to contribute more to the culture while I'm still on Earth.
For sure, for sure. You said you tried making beats for a day, but like who are the producers you reach out to like and what is your process for finding beats?
Um, well, there's a few producers I look up to, like I have to say Alchemist is one of them.
For
Uh,
sure.
Evidence is one of them. He's definitely really dope. His beats and his craft is great. And as far as
Like for your stuff, who's your producers?
well, usually I go to my cousin, or sometimes I just anything I honestly like or may catch my ear. I'll just get myself from a specific channel on YouTube, or sometimes people are like, "Hey, I want you to rap on this," and I get thrown some beats, email packs, and different various beats from different people. But my boy Lazy Music, he's one of the dudes that's gonna be on my next album. Um, and there's local producers that I fuck with heavily too. DJ Heron, he's gonna be a producer that's gonna be on my next album. Um, he's a great DJ and a great producer. And man, it's just sometimes Eddie, there's originality I want to stick with, and I usually just find that and just looking at YouTube. To be honest, I don't go crazy over instrumentals to the point where I'm paying thousands of dollars for them. Because in time where I'm able to benefit a producer, uh, that's when I'll be able to repay them back, and
For
um
sure,
and yeah, and obviously appreciate them more tenfold.
for sure, for sure. I noticed you have the glove on and a couple things.
Okay.
Uh, is there something behind that? Like you
No,
know?
it's just it's a skeleton glove that I like to wear. I wouldn't say there's anything remotely like deep about it. Just
Okay,
like
yeah,
wearing glove and shit. But I mean, the skeleton does remind me that I have to pick up the pace because this is what I'm gonna end up with eventually. So it's just a reminder sometimes, and just to put things in perspective sometimes, and that's why I like to wear it. And definitely, I'm always gonna wear it because of Michael as well. Michael Jackson was one of my biggest influences growing up, and I definitely just want to carry that ideology just for people like you that may ask, because it does refer all the way back to that as well.
for sure. Yeah, you brought up Michael Jackson the glove. I'll tell you a story. I told this on this thing before, but it's a great story, so I gotta tell it.
Yeah.
Um, me, I wasn't really like a breakdancing, but like my dance moves, my pop, popping lock when I'm drunk is pretty good. So we were at this party and like it was me and the other fast guy in the place. And both of us had our shirts off, right?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Chance starts off dance battle, and so we have this dance off, and I see a glove there. And, like the last round, like nobody even noticed I picked it up, and then like the last round, I kind of like just like spun, but I put the glove on when I spun,
Right.
and like I slit the camera, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, that's over." You know, he won that shit.
Word. Word.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. So definitely, like the glove has definitely helped me out too.
Absolutely.
My shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So Miami, like what is like what would you say is like the like Miami's best quality, like as far as like if you're talking to somebody from another city or another country or another you're like, yo, Miami has this when it comes to music.
I think when it comes to music, Miami has a lot of competition, a lot of support from one another. You know, there's that aspect that people may not know, but there's a lot of equality when it comes to different artists down there. They all try to help each other, and we're all really trying to um, provide anybody who's a tourist the best music possible. You know, and I think that's what attracts everyone to always come and visit for some odd reason. You know,
Yeah.
but definitely the weather as well, because it never seasons down here as well.
Like for sure, I'm up here in Canada, and you say that, and I've heard that from before, like down south, a lot of artists will like work together more. Up here, like before I started the interviews, I could see the rappers at the show. They hated me. They're like looking at me like, "Yo, like fuck you, you trying to take our spot?" Like, and never want to work with me. But the second I started doing interviews, they're
Right.
all like, "Oh, I'll do an interview with you." You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So
it's
but even like DJ Khaled, he's when I first heard about this thing about like Miami or just down south people working together more and up north and like Toronto and New York and stuff like that. A lot of guys were like, "No, I don't want to work with you." Like, but and like down south, it's all like, "Yo, let's work together."
yeah, that's crazy, man. Cause I've been to Canada like before. I spent like 2 years out there, and
No,
my was actually stationed out there, and like
where about?
he got a studio up there, and you know, working with him was definitely a different aspect, you know, of understanding how the game was, and he taught me a lot, you know. And I have so much love for Toronto, even Brandon, Lindsay, Mississauga, um, you know,
Yo,
all these places in Montreal that I was at when I was up there. It was just a great appreciation for lyrics more, a great appreciation for just real hip hop more than it is down south. But that's everywhere, unfortunately. You may end up performing in Russia and they appreciate it more than they do in the States. But yeah, man, it's great up there though. My experience, it's crazy though that only the
oh,
South relatively just wants to work with everybody. But yeah, we always been known to always reach out and be helpful, especially in Atlanta.
for sure, for sure, definitely. So, who are you're saying you guys work together a lot. Like, who are people like that you want to reach out to try and get tracks with? You've been thinking about like that, are kind of like people you've been thinking about working with.
Probably like Tech Nine, Elzai, um, Joel, Ortiz,
Yeah, yeah.
5'9", Saigon, Crime Apple.
Saigon is dope. Fucking, I was just listening to Saigon like a little while ago. I watched that, like, his Drink Champs, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't listened to Saigon forever.
Yeah, yeah, Saigon's dope, man. Definitely Eminem, Wolfgang, Louis P, uh, Lupe Fiasco. I mean, I just
Yeah,
have a big catalog of different features I want to do at one certain point in time in my life. But yeah,
for
I
sure,
respect and definitely want to make dope music and contribute more art with them.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what are your I always find like the best rappers like have like other hobbies and kind of like they don't just rap because like I find like sometimes like when people do like the rap shit all the time, it start rapping about rap.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like rappity rap stuff.
right, right,
And
right.
I find people need other hobbies. Do you have any like other hobbies that are kind of like something that kind of takes your mind off to like something else?
Usually just working out. I try to work
Okay.
out and I really try to take care of my health as far as what I intake. Like, I try to educate people as much as I can about sea moss, and sea moss is basically seaweed that comes from the seas of Jamaica, and it has 92 to 102 minerals that the body needs that you can't really find anywhere else, um, unless you really like know somebody or you search for it. And there's just this
Yeah,
uh, big reason why people utilize it due to the pandemic, and people need to boost their immune systems. I
for
mean,
sure.
it's been beneficial to me. I don't necessarily know exactly how far the benefactor is when it comes to severity issues, but I know it has cured severe COVID cases. And speaking to people on that topic, since
Hold on, hold on, we'll circle back to that. I want to say for like me for working out, like I just started working out like maybe just 2 years ago. But like I haven't been like super go to the gym, but I'll go like for like long walks and like but I find like during the winter hours, I kind of like because it's cold up here, eh? It's fucking it gets really cold. So like for the winter hour, like for the winter months and stuff like that, I just use weights at home. But I don't know what one's really working better. Cause like I like do you find you do more cardio or do you do more weights or what?
well, right now I'm just lifting more weights because I had like got into a fight, broken my ankle and shit. I got like 11 screws on my right ankle and two metallic plates and shit.
Oh
But
shit. Yeah,
yeah, I'm getting a lot better, getting stronger day by day. So I would say definitely, if you can do both, like that's what I would recommend because
yeah,
heart
for sure.
rate that's what the heart needs. It needs that, lifting weights gets you caught up, and you do lose more weight. They say lifting than you do from running, but um, it it's good for both though. I would recommend.
Yeah, like for me, I had a cool experience. Like when I was going out for the walks on, or I go on the trails around here, and I kept on running to this old guy, like
Yeah,
this old guy on the trail, and like he'd always see me. He's like, "Oh, you're doing great!" Like because like he'd see me like the whole season.
yeah,
Like so like every time you see me, like I if I go there 3 times, I'd see him once, right?
right,
And like it was kind of like it helped me go, it helped me keep going, right? Because I was like I was going and like I'd be like just tired out, and I'd be like, holy shit, man, I'm like fucking, I'm really doing this. And then I see the old guy that I see, and he'd be like, oh, you're doing great, like like well, like, and I was like, thank you, like
health
so
is
like people like that kind of like really help people,
yeah, man. You gotta keep going at it. He's right. He's right.
for sure, for sure, yeah. So do you see like yourself like ever branching off into like other parts of like you're saying like it's great to do podcasts, it's great to do like the other things. Do you see yourself just rapping, or do you see like yourself branching off into other things?
Um, as far as maybe I don't know, maybe branching out, working with other people, maybe, but to start doing a podcast, that that's probably not the direction I want to particularly go into. But I mean, being on, obviously collaborating in that fashion, like we're doing, obviously is great. But me
Yeah.
myself want to continue to keep producing music and just building my catalog till the people are satisfied. You know, I just want to keep entertaining, and hopefully there's a good fruition at the end of that effort.
So paint the picture for me. So I want to know. You're in the studio and you just finished what you feel is a fucking super dope song. What is the vibe in there? And then what's the process afterwards? Like what are you celebrating? Are you like walking around the studio like pounding on your chest? Or what is it?
Oh yeah, it's a little bit about a little like that, but I make sure that I memorize from top to bottom, and I mastered articulation before I call Tank, which is my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Tank.
Yeah.
Um, I make sure before I visit my cousin that I have everything memorized. I do these drills in my head where I rehearse bars till there's no flaws, and then I know exactly how I sound because this gives me an opportunity to take
Do
advantage of
you,
the time.
do you ever do like a rough take? Like me I did that before. I go in the booth and I kind of do like a rough take and like I record it and then
Oh
like
yeah, of course, yeah,
and then
definitely.
like me like I'd have that in my headphones when I was going to work. When I was going to work, I'd have that in my headphones, so I'd be like on the way to work, I'm listening to like the rough draft. So then like when I come home later on, I can just put it
Oh
down.
no, but so sometimes I may take them, but me, I'm the type of person to everything right now and tonight, you know, because I really like know exactly how I want it to sound, and I'm the type of person I can't sleep at night not knowing that the record is complete because this is
Okay. Yeah.
fascinating. But yeah, I go crazy. Like my cousin tell you, I'll bug the hell out of him if math or something. But yeah, it's rare, man. But yeah, that it's okay to do that though. It's just my creative process is different.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For
That's like
sure. It's definitely when was the first time like you heard like your music like somewhere like oh shit, and my music's playing here. Like was it like a radio station? Was it like
yeah, there's sometimes they'll play underground like radios, pick it up here and there. Um, as far as big like platforms other than the normal ones that we have, Apple Music, the Tidal and Amazon. Like other than that, it hasn't even reached that. You know,
okay
still trying to get it on satellite radio. Um, but it still hasn't reached that. But it will though.
for sure. For sure. I remember the first time I heard my stuff on the on a college radio station.
Right?
It was actually a song that I sent other songs and they picked a song that I didn't even send. And I was like, I'm like, oh, I don't even want this song.
That's good. That's
I
dope.
wanted my other shit. I wanted my other shit to be played, but
Right, right.
I couldn't complain. I was getting my shit played, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
that's dope.
So yeah, so when was it what was it like you made you start rapping? What do you hear something like
Um,
where you're just like what was it?
yeah, it was definitely being inspired that made me want bring focus to the music. The the Fuji's album that I heard when and that consist
Everybody heard that fucking sold like fucking
That
Millions and millions, right?
yeah, yes, I believe so. And that caught my ear. Then I was listening to her mix a lot. Then I heard Eminem. Then I heard Dre. And then once I heard Eminem, like I was just mesmerized from
Yeah,
how great it sounded, cartoonish, and like it's just so free in creativity.
yeah,
I was just like, man, if he can get a job like this, why can't I? So I just wanted to
yeah.
do something that I loved and
Like for me, like I remember hearing the first time I heard Eminem was on a Funk Flex tape, Funk Flex and Big Cap the Tunnel. It was right before his album dropped. So when I heard him on that mixtape, man, I was hyped when like Eminem was about to drop. I was like, yo, this shit's gonna be like crazy, you know?
absolutely. I wish he
Yeah.
did. That's crazy.
Like for me, like a lot of people like I really stopped listening to M after like the third album.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, everyone has their taste.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just I don't know. The voice shit didn't really like do anything for me. Yeah, so like Miami, like what is like the go to you're drunk, it's late at night. What is like the go to food spot in Miami?
Um, I, I would say shit, what would my favorite spot be? Yo, honestly, I just going to Whole Foods a lot.
What's that?
I just be going to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods? Yeah.
Yeah, Whole Foods. Yeah, but they sell at or Trader Joe's or some shit. But I usually eat like sushi, but
Yeah, I love sushi.
yeah,
Sushi.
like some random spots in Miami that got great sushi downtown. I usually go to. I can't remember the names, but they. Uh,
Yeah, I can imagine me I live in I'm just like close to Toronto, so
yeah,
I I can imagine like sushi or by the water.
right.
You know, it's probably like fucking man. Woo!
That's great.
Imagine,
Yeah, on the
yeah,
summer. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Is there any last thing you want to talk about who's featured on the new project? How can people get it? And all that good stuff.
Yeah, got split second. He's on done. I got my homegirl Sarah. She's on there. It consists of 10 tracks. People can find it on all digital platforms imaginable, except for like Apple Music. It is on Spotify, Apple Music, but you can go on Spotify and definitely check out Bandcamp, where you can. I have all 3 projects there. And yeah, definitely show support. Worked hella hard on that project.
For sure, for sure. Definitely, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank you for coming on the coming on the show. You know,
Thank you
at
for having
TV. You know, always good to link. Always good to link.
always put the link, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you for having me.
For sure, for sure. All right,
All right, brother.
peace.